Okay, we
Oh
are
no.
finally live. I had trouble with the OBS disappearing on me. I don't know. Excuse me. Check everything.
Yeah, you double check. Checkaroonie.
All right. Seeing. Why are you seeing double?
Double.
Is that
Okay.
so? Right.
Do
Are
you,
you?
do you need glasses, Setso?
I thought you were drunk already. Sorry. Um. Yeah. So this is lore talk. Haven't. Hold on. Haven't done this in a little bit. Used to do that. There we go. Um. Non-alcoholic. So lore talk is a thing I do with, usually with Paraloon, since she's my lore writer, but she's very busy lately. Um, oh God, hold on, let me disable that.
Take your time.
Everything is a mess.
Yep. Today is a mess when you have two lions together.
Uh, please open. Please open. Comfort thing. There we go. Okay, now I can actually work on stuff without everything blowing up.
Also, is there a way to set audio to be heard from the camera?
There
I'm
is, but
on
it's
your
very
left.
weak.
Yeah.
The
And you
camera
can
audio,
only
I'm telling
hear.
you right now, the camera audio is very weak. I have tried it already. I,
Yeah,
I can
so
I
I
can turn
have
it
to
on.
speak up.
Yeah, I can turn it on, but it's not gonna be great. Okay,
Ah,
I guess that's fine. Whatever. But yeah, this lore talk is something I did with her like every 2 or 3 Sundays, and we talked about VTuber lore or just OC lore if you have an OC. I usually we have a guest, but Ixa is gonna sit in as the guest today and also basically filling in for Perry today. We usually just bullshit about lore, and you guys probably don't know a lot about Ix's lore, so it's a good opportunity for him to tell you guys all about that. Um, I don't even. Oh,
yeah.
that's why. I have to turn the music on. I'll be right back. I'll be right over
No, no,
there.
go. Go turn on the music. Also, hi chat.
There we go.
Yeah.
Am I out here? Okay. I am too far. Awesome.
Yeah.
But yeah, since I do have extended lore, so does Perry. We like world building and, just getting creative with things like that. But yeah, hopefully, if you guys are like stuck, you don't know what to do with your lore, it inspires you, or you just want to nerd out about lore. It's all good. Um, you don't have to if you want to be on Lore Talk. um, obviously, I'll have to say yes, but you don't have to be in VR chat with me. You can be on call. But usually, this is how we do it, so we can have like a backdrop, something, to give you an idea of the lore, like his space fantasy, I guess you would say.
In a sense, yeah.
Mine's more
It's a
space science, but Perry being magic has been tied in somehow. So yeah, like here, I'll set the audio from the camera, and you can talk, Ixa.
Crikey, this backdrop's amazing. Great work.
Oh,
I,
cool.
I
Now
was reading
today it works, apparently. When I tested this, last time I was with Perry, no one could hear her. So that's why I haven't used it. But it seems they might have fixed it on an update. That's good.
That, and you have 2 lions causing chaos here, so anything can happen. Anything can happen.
If he is too loud, I can adjust him just a little bit.
Yeah, let us know.
Yep.
Huzzah!
Huzzah!
Setsumaru, huzzah!
To adventure!
To adventure, squire!
Put you on 130. We'll see how that is. Because you're in the yellow. Go ahead and talk.
Testing, 1, 2, 3.
Perfect.
This is Ixa.
Okay. We are in space currently because, also hi everyone, Crazy, Aussie, Setso, Sagi.
Ahoy!
Next stop, Alpha Centauri. We are, we usually use a backdrop that's like comfy, because when me and Perry were doing this, there was so many different things we were talking about. But today it's space because Ixa's lore is space, magic, fantasy, something. So
Magic.
mine is space science, Perry is magic, fantasy, whatever. So yeah. I was gonna ask you a question earlier when we were setting up, and then OBS started freaking out, and I started freaking out, and I forgot.
Well, when the question comes back to you, just ask it right away.
Okay.
But for now, where do you think I should start?
You should start, you can do a summary, like one you would put on your VTuber page, like Twitch or whatever, to keep it simple, and then you can dive in like beginning to end or whatever you want to do. Just highlights of your lore. Doesn't have to be the whole thing if you don't want to. If you don't have it fleshed out, that's okay too.
Oh no, actually that's perfectly fine. Well, let's get this rolling. First of all, as you guys all know, I am Ixalion, or you guys can call me Ixa for short. But funny enough, that is actually an alias.
Why is that?
Now, as you guys can kind of tell, as Labras here is a fellow lion, and I am a fellow lion as well, we're actually not from the same star system.
Yeah, you can tell by your looks. I'm a Leonid. Leonid. You are a... If you don't have a species, you don't have to. I'm just curious.
I am technically a Shishigami.
Shishigami is what?
If I remember the translation correctly, it's a lion god.
Oh. So you're like...
But that's more a loose translation. To put it in a looser term, I'm a lion celestial.
Celestial being. So you have...
Because...
Sorry.
To put the comparisons and differences, as you guys can see, Labby has the scars, tattoos on her cheeks.
Yeah,
I have tattoo markings.
My markings are clan markings.
Yeah.
Ones on my body are tattoos, that's why they glow. The, like the star and stuff you can't see under this top, but tattoos because, for us, the more markings you have naturally, it's generally like, oh, they're, you know, like when you're very young and like, oh, they have a lot of markings, they're gonna be very strong. You have just a few markings, you're like, oh, you know, they're gonna be very pretty, very handsome, whatever. But yeah, that's the idea behind these, but I didn't want to trail off from what you were saying too far.
Yeah, no, that's fine. The tattoos on mine actually mean what tribe I'm from. So there are different kinds of shishigamis, and where I come from, the tattoos I have are marked for explorers. There are different kinds. There's like really tribal, warlike face tattoos people have. Those are the warrior types. As you guys can see, there's my ones. We're not as strong, but we love to explore. Some don't actually have tattoos either, and they're more just general. I don't know how to explain it really.
Setsu has a
I never
question.
really worked out that far. Yes, Setsu. Were you born a Shishigami or ascended to it? That is a good question. In truth, I have still not figured out my full lore about it. I'm still thinking about it as it is, so that's something I need to work on. But as far as I've made with my character, with my avatar here, my vtuber, he is a Shishigami. Now I mentioned the name Ixalion.
Yeah,
It is an alias. There is a reason to that.
that's what I was curious about.
We only give our actual name to the people we fully trust and that we bond with. It is so like if I gave out my true name, like they can essentially do anything to me. It's like giving my proper name is giving my will to them.
Huh.
Like it's someone I have to trust completely.
Yeah.
So hence why I use my alias Ixalion, which is inspired from all the human TV shows that got me really interested and inspired. Mainly Kamen Rider and Super Sentai and Power Rangers.
That's kind of how how mine is. I was just close enough to Earth's solar system to pick up broadcasts that were very old. But as you get closer, you get newer ones and newer ones. That's what pulled me in. Lore-wise.
For
Anime.
For us Shishigamis, because magic is everywhere, cosmic energy is everywhere. We pick up everything. Our magic can pick up everything. Although, yeah, it is a couple of years outdated.
A little bit.
That being said, not from the same solar system. I am from the Shishi star system. Shishi.
So, yeah, definitely not same area.
It's completely different lines. Where lines just different.
Yeah. My people don't actually know exactly which world is our homeworld, because for so long, since space travel for so long, we've been just traveling. We're mostly on stations and ships, and there are a few planets we do use, but most of us are exploring most of the time. We're doing something away from off planet,
Hi, Sharky friend. Hi. lore wise, I'm still trying to build up my star system. What I've always imagined my star system is, so I have my central planet where I'm from in the middle, and in between it is like 2, 3 other planets, and how my planet and those other planets are referred to is because they're so close in a line. They are referred to as a belt, like Orion's belt. If you know the constellations.
I don't know them all,
Yeah.
but they are, created from Earth's perspective.
Yeah. So my star system is kind of similar to that. Like you're like the constellation of Orion's belt, with my planet being at the center. Now I mentioned that my species have explorers and warriors. In a sense, we are intergalactic peacekeepers and use our celestial powers to explore and help out the rest of the cosmos. That's why I travel on a ship called the Wayfarer.
Ah,
As I explore different systems and cosmos, and then one day I accidentally crash on Earth.
accidentally.
Yeah, I accidentally hit an asteroid belt
Oh,
while in my hypersleep.
oh, the asteroid belt in this system.
It was rough. And now I'm slowly building my ship again.
Asteroid belts can be trouble.
Oh yes.
It's a good idea to enter the system from above or below.
Oh yeah. No, but I blame my autopilot.
You came
My
right.
autopilot and my secretary. Speaking of which, where is she? Oh wait, she's not here today. My secretary, my AI secretary,
Oh, you have one too.
who now mostly hangs around in my chat as my moderator that keeps flipping the rainbow Pikachu every now and then.
Do you blame him?
But yeah, building my ship, meeting people, just like you.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, it wasn't, as far as my lore, it wasn't like intentional, wasn't the goal. I was out on an extended mission and just happened to catch transmissions, and I got curious. And then I found VTubers. And I was like, that's really cool. That looks like a lot of fun. So, yeah.
For me, it was video games.
You saw the video games.
Video games, yeah.
My shadow.
Video games, anime, tokusatsu, giant mechas.
It's tokusatsu.
Yeah.
Gotta be one of the best genres. Space Lions.
Alien Lions gotta be one of the best genres. Hello.
Space Lion good.
Yeah. Space Lions. Yeah. Yeah. Accidentally stumbled into... Actually, funny enough, when my ship crash landed, I crash landed in Akihabara. Right in front of a store that had tokusatsu playing in their TV screen.
That's funny. That would make a good anime. That time a Space
Alien
Lion crashed
transit.
in front of my store. And I took them in.
And showed them tokusatsu. Oh, I can imagine that being an anime now. Or a manga.
That'd be funny.
Wait. It is. It will be.
That time a
yeah.
Shishigami landed in front of my store and I took them in.
The store. But yeah. A dot? Wait. Did I just see a constellation showing my belly? What? Shadow? What dot? Eh. But yeah, that's just the general basis of my lore at the moment. It's not fully fleshed out. It's a work in progress.
You can always spitball ideas. Do you have like a backstory before all that, or?
My backstory, as I can tell you, is just one day I decided to wander off from my planet, explore. Just chill, exploring through the Wayfarer, just to see what I can find out there. Don't really have a big major main reason why I'm exploring, really.
You don't have to,
Very
just
chill.
curious.
I'm just very chill and just like exploring. That's what I am. I'm a chill lion. Very chill.
So you have anything like that makes Ishigami like more unique than say humans? What makes them special?
Magic.
Magic?
Never really thought about it. A lot of times we get compared to cat people and just like, I'm not a cat. I'm not a cat. I'm a shishigami.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
I don't like being compared to cats.
yeah, not earth cats, but earth cats are very interesting.
Yeah, they're adorable at least.
Little fluffy ones. They keep them in houses.
Yeah. I roam free. I need my freedom.
I don't think we're exactly like that. They're more unevolved, I guess.
Akihabara is my savannah. I shall be king of the savannah.
That's your jungle.
Yeah, it's an urban jungle out there.
We are mostly identified by the constellation we believe to be born from one of the planets there. Still not sure, but constellation Leo is basically like the home area of my people. Believed to be descended from greater beings, but like I said, we lost a lot of history and don't know where our own planet is exactly. We have like one or two we just call home, but what's that?
What? What's what?
Okay.
What's what?
The crumpling.
Oh, I've got crackers on me.
Okay. Anyway.
I'm surprised you can hear that.
Yeah, we all hear it. Just like, what's he doing over there?
Sorry about that. I needed a snack. I just had coffee.
That's okay. Yeah, like, that's like our main thing, and being spacefaring. Cracker ASMR. Being spacefaring, exploratory type of type of people. There's a certain pride to main people, but they are very generally very curious and not really like instantly aggressive like some humans can be. There's more curiosity there than anything. Like if they look at you weird, like, huh, I wonder what makes them tick, or you know, whatever.
Yeah.
Like,
And it's...
sorry.
No. You finish off.
So like when Perry was with me in at, you know, Act 3 in that lore we were doing, you know, they were like staring at her like, what the hell? Not like in a prejudiced way, but like, what is that? They've never seen her species before, and curiosity, you know. But they've never seen magic before. None of us have. Good job at my human aggression.
In this, I'm not gonna lie, we are fairly similar in some aspects there, with Leonas and Shishigamis. The only difference is, I admit, we can be a little bit chaotic. Like, I'll say things randomly every now and then just to throw people off, just out of curiosity. Like, what's the last thing I tried to do to you the other day? Oh, that's right! Love you. Naples enchilada.
Why? Why are you like this?
We like a little bit of fun.
Oh my gosh.
We like to spread fun and joy and ensure the universe and cosmos is happy and safe.
I can't really say I am like my people. Yeah, it's, well, they're more in the prideful, confident, spectrum, I guess. Not overconfident, they just, you know, the ones that have experience. They're just very generally confident and proud of achievements, things like that. And as far as Labras goes, not so much. As I think last lore talked about how I was the runt of the litter, so to speak. I am actually smaller than average. Most Leonids are pretty tall compared to humans. We live average,
like 7, 8, 10 feet.
Probably closer to average is probably between 6'5", 7 foot, somewhere in there.
Okay.
Yeah, where I'm around, you know, like, I'm not the smallest, but I'm one of the smaller ones. Yeah, most of them are taller than me, especially the guys, you know. It works the same way as humans. There are some guys that are 8 feet tall, or, you know, I don't know, what is that, 200 centimeters? It's
210, I think.
210, something like that. Yeah, quite big. And even generally speaking, even though most of our people are thin, I guess, in appearance, for the most part, like a thinner build for our size, we are stronger than humans physically. Not everyone, but just generally speaking. Space travel can affect that those of us who are on stations and ships, even with artificial gravity, it still affects us. Not as not as strong as like a planet born would be, obviously, but just generally speaking, taller, stronger, faster. Someone boasts they're smarter. I don't think so. But as far as technology, we have just broken through. A recent breakthrough within the last 100 years was interstellar travel. So while it does take a while, we are able to journey in between solar systems. So we have just a little bit of the galaxy mapped out. It is a big, big place. Galaxy, probably don't have a whole lot of it mapped out. That's where like people like I came in as a member of an exploratory paramilitary group, company, whatever. It's not an exact translation, but it's roughly the same thing. That is what we did. We explored. There's this whole boom for businesses, companies to yeah, it was a booming business. Like the technology was getting cheaper after we achieved our first interstellar travels and back and forth. It got cheaper, and more companies with wealth wanted their fingers in the pie. So yeah, that's how I made it this far. We mostly work either alone with an AI partner, or one or two or three at most other people. We don't really travel in large groups unless it's like a whole operation or something. So far we have not run into other than Perry's mystery person in her lore who found us. We haven't met other species, including Perry. She was the first other, besides that other person. And yeah, so Earth was like super interesting, and to see like a developed planet, at least as far as Earth is developed, was very interesting. So that's why, kind of went off course. So technically I'm still on my mission, which it was expected to take a long time anyway, probably about several Earth years. Yeah, questions are totally allowed. You care about exploring space, or is it more kind of where fate takes you? It's more about exploring, mapping out potential like other places to colonize or use for resources. While if we do find another species, we will not forcefully try to take resources. We will just, by the time I got in system, I realized Earth was developed and maybe I shouldn't get too close. My ship is cloaked and stealth, so Earth technologies would not pick it up. That is also new technology. It's just light bending type of stuff, like Predator, the movie Predator. It's not perfect, but you won't see it in space, and with the black backdrop and everything, it'd be very hard to spot. But yeah, we love exploring and learning new things about new planets, moons, just how the universe works. Very curious, very scientific based people. Whereas, again, going back to me, I'm not exactly like a model Leonid. And steering off mission is bad, but it's not like the end of the world. It's just like, no. Probably gonna question like your license and things like that. But technically, I am still on my mission exploring and collecting data and learning and everything. So, yeah. I hope that answers the question.
That's Labrys's answer, but in regards to my answer, I'm actually a little bit more of the latter. It's more kind of like where fate and curiosity guides me. Just, I'm more fate-orientated and curious about life as it is. I just tend to explore. Funny enough, to tie my character into Final Fantasy, I play the Astra class, which is all about stars and constellations and divining fate through the cards. So, in a sense, that's kind of my form of magic.
So you
through cards.
Is that like most people do that? They're astrologians, or
no? There are different classes of magic. Like, funny enough, we do use the job class system from Final Fantasy XIV.
Okay, so it's based on that.
There. In a sense, yeah.
Yes.
I like the Astro class. I don't know how to pronounce the name properly. I swear.
Astrologian.
Is it Astrologian?
Astrologian.
Astrologian.
Astrologian. Yeah.
Because I keep hearing astrologian.
No, astrology. Astrologian.
Astrologian.
You got it.
Yeah.
Get thumbs up. There we go.
Thumbs up. Now I just hope I don't get an ego complex and doesn't let me stroke my Piggly Wiggly.
You're... What?
I told you, I'll just throw in random things there just to throw you off.
Excuse me? Sorry.
Stroke the Piggly Wiggly, that is my ego.
Yeah. So, yeah, great. That made me a little uncomfortable.
Too much YouTube media.
That'll do
a lot
it.
of crap guide. A lot of crap guide to Final Fantasy, per se.
Crap guide.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Oh yeah. I think that's code for it.
Yeah. It took a minute for me to understand. That's our shadow said basically our expression, because next to here, as the streamer is from Australia. So sayings are a little different.
Yeah.
So
I'm from down under.
down under, mate.
Down under, mate, where we have giant spiders like the size of dogs that we take to walks every now and then. And kangaroos that are so jacked up. They're so jacked up that we just fight them in the backyard once every 4 years for an election day.
That's crazy.
Yeah, it's funny enough. I crash landed in Akihabara, loved it there, and then I got forced to go down to Australia just because there was not enough space there. Hence why I'm in Australia.
I know, right?
You take
Sony.
spiders on walks. Yeah, they're literally the size of dogs. And we have sharks. We have sharks in our aquariums.
How
that
do
we
you
just
feel?
keep as our pets? Like how there are house aquariums.
There's a question.
How do you feel about Crocodile Dundee? How do I feel about Crocodile Dundee? That depends. Do you call that a knife? Because this is a knife. I know, it is an Aussie classic, as people say here.
Gotcha.
It is an Aussie classic tradition. You want one, Sony? You want a shark as your pet? That costs you $3.50.
Be about $3.50.
$3.50 and a schooner. Oh, a spider.
Spider. You want
Oh
one?
yeah, no,
No.
just come to the backyard. Make sure you just like have a bird to catch it with because you need to feed it something. They are big. Yeah.
Oh, thank you.
Hey, welcome to Australia. Where literally every single,
Huntsman.
I think 111, 112 current counting species of spiders that can literally kill anyone. About 50 to 60 species of snakes that can kill anyone. We literally have 12, 13 jellyfishes that can literally kill anyone, and we have a freaking annoying infestation of blue bottle jellyfish in our beaches currently. Yeah, not your bird, Sony. Yeah, I somehow went from paradise to hell.
So, oh my god.
A war versus emus? Yeah. I think we lost that one this week. The war is every single week. Anyway, yes, you had a question.
Are you ever looking into expanding it or at least like hashing out your background?
Oh, I plan to. Genuinely plan to. For the most part, I've kept it to the fact that I am a traveling explorer on my ship, the Wayfarer.
So would you go as far back as
It's-
childhood? Like, why are you the way you are? Things like that.
Never really thought about it.
Just curious.
That might actually help. No, it's actually a good thought. Like, to build story-wise, character-wise, it might be good for me to actually go and flesh out that much to help build up what my personality and character. I just don't know if taking it that far might be too much.
What I do is I leave that to like, you know, I have like my base summary of my lore on, you know, out in the open, whatever. And then there's just more lore to talk about. Eventually I will write everything down on that Discord section, but I've been redoing it because I didn't like how messy it was. But yeah, you don't have to like make that your main thing to everyone. You don't have to tell the story every time someone, you know, hey, what are you? You can stick with the summary and then you can always bring it up. Like, oh yeah, you know, I'm like that because, you know, just play with your lore. Is that, you know, it was that time back on whatever, that time on Ganymede, you know, messed me up. So you can use it for humor and stuff too. You don't have to be too serious about it.
Like this one time in band camp,
yeah,
we
like
threw Luna into the pool.
like I have the there was something that started like last year. People were like, oh, you're like, I think it was Perry said it. It was like, you're hunting wild pizzas. That's what you were hunting. So it's just like, that's just like a joke in the lore. It's like, yeah, you know. I think I was playing a game.
Dangerous.
Hunting pepperoni and ingredients on Pizza Planet. Stuff like that. But there's a lot of Pizza the Hut. It's Pizza the Hut. But like, there is also a lot of lore there, which is fun to talk about when people are like, when they do ask, like, what's the deep lore on you? Like, I have a bunch. Like, why is Labrys the way she is, and things like that. Doesn't have like, you can just start with like, let's see, like, pick a moment. Like, you can even use your own life. You make it like an allegory. That's kind of what Perry and I do. It's not directly based on us, but like loosely. We use points in our lives as inspiration to create something. Try to find an example for you. So like me finding VTubers as a person, it was this very similar effect. I found out, it's like, I don't even know what I'm watching. This is really cool. And I just got sucked in. I found out more about it. I didn't even know like Hololive was a thing. I just watched Botan and like Watame. I didn't really know anyone else, and I had no idea what an agency was or anything. It just looked like a lot of fun, and it was right before I started watching, like right before English kicked off. I got hooked on Gen 5 Botan and Nene and Lami. And I just started watching them like every time they streamed, or I'd watch the VOD when I go to sleep. And it was kind of like seeing them do all that stuff, is like concerts and things like that, was inspiring, and I was like, oh, that looks like a lot of fun. I wish I could do that. Wish I could stream. So I took that and made it into Labrys, where she picked up transmissions, streams and stuff as she got closer. Originally was gonna keep to herself and stay alone, as she found VTubers through Earth, and thought it would be a lot of fun that way to connect with people, because she's very bad socially. She's very awkward. Not great at talking.
I get that.
So through being a VTuber, lore and real life, she can connect with people that way, and it'll be a lot easier, there's something there to share and use as the topic, and there's a passion now that I realized when I realized I loved VTubing, and there's a passion and a purpose now, and on both sides, again, that is relevant. As for me as a person, I feel like I have a meaning now, and same for Labrys. Instead of just, getting a job and stuff like you were supposed to do, and, be an adventuring type of person or whatever, and, just, it works on both sides. So like, I went to work, did what I was supposed to do, have a job, make money, meet someone, all the steps, and it was the same for Labrys. You grow up, you get a job that helps out with society, and then get in line and do your thing. So that's more stuff that I use for both. So, yeah, you can do stuff like that. You can just kind of like parallel it, but it's not exactly, every little experience is not exact. Obviously, the scene like where my eye got wounded, that's not a real life thing. That is an inspiration from Blue Gender and Cowboy Bebop. It's a mix of things, but like that was fabricated. It's not a it's not based on a real life event. But other things like character building things can be. So once you kind of like mix it up and figure out how to make it not too obvious, like I'm comfortable with explaining it, because I think that's an important part of VTubing is connecting with people and making people feel better. And I think there are a lot of people like I used to be. Maybe they just need someone to distract them for an hour after work, whatever, that was my way of doing good, I guess, without being a superhero or being president or something like that, because I couldn't do those things. At my capacity, I can do this and connect with enough people, maybe improve things just a little bit. Make a small little dent somewhere, So yeah. That kind of works on both sides. For as far as Labrys goes, it's the same. She feels like she's helping Earth in that way. She's not directly intervening, but just helping a little bit, So you can do stuff like that if you like. As far as Labrys's mission, it has kind of changed a little bit. It is more now to keep this thing going and hopefully reaching more people, and maybe they'll feel just a little better at the end of the day.
Definitely an idea.
Oh yeah. Just kind of like a... Oh. Okay, Shadow. He calls everyone weird.
Yeah. No, I accept that. I know I'm weird.
I'm weird too.
I'd rather be weird than normal. Because what is normal? For all we know, weird is the norm.
Normal's just an idea. Yeah.
That'd be weird.
That's I think that's an okay example of how to parallel things. It's up to you how close you want to make it. Do you want to be like, oh, like that time I stole gum at a store or something, and it can be like that time Ixalion, he accidentally left something in his pocket and it became like this whole national issue because it was an artifact, and it could be something like that. Excuse me.
No, I will definitely figure things out. I have enough material to use.
Just wanted to.
Like this one time, I tricked the fairy into math.
That's true. I don't know where my sippy is.
This other time, I tricked a yellow rat into colliding into the cosmos.
Fuck. Where's the, there it is. I'll be right back. Probably not a great shot, but okay. Whatever. Oh, you guys have seen worse.
Hey chat, how's it going chat? How you doing chat?
Oh my god. Please don't scare them.
No, but I am just covering it for decency.
Thank you. Okay. We're floating. As you can see, gravity is low here.
Yeah. Cookie Bear. No, he literally has a name tag on him. Oh, Cookie Bear.
Cookie bear, cookie.
There was another plushie around that was a shark cat that actually reminded me of one of my mods, but they decided to disappear into the void.
Pew. Pew. Oh. Gravity has been re-enabled.
Yeah. Someone opened the window. We're floating. Okay, gravity has been re-enabled.
Ah, man.
Robin, come back here, Robin. Robin the bank.
Christopher Robin.
It's just like he's a fellow Aussie if his name is Robin the Bank.
Robin. What are you doing, Robin?
Oh, there's collision here.
Oh, wow.
Come back here. Hey, come back here. They'll just let you fly away. Not gonna lie.
There were 2 labbies. What?
2 labbies. Oh, I thought for a second there were 2 labbies. Maybe. Maybe you're seeing double. Maybe you're seeing triple. Prepare for trouble and make it double.
There are 2 space lions, but we are not the same species.
Yeah.
Didn't drink today. Aw. Must be a special day.
Nani?
It's just a joke.
No drinking. The White Furiously did not have a white
Mother's
today.
Day.
Mother's Day. Yeah, that is actually fair.
God.
That is actually fair.
He has plenty of money. He has he has flexed it.
Yeah. Flexing gonna be. I don't have money until Wednesday.
I know. I'm broke too.
Broke. Yeah, the broke life. 2 lions living the broke life.
I haven't gotten out yet. I have more time on my day off, so I will get it then. I also have an appointment. So, yeah, I'm not, I'm trying to enjoy my time I have left before I go back to work. Sleeping in, so I haven't gone to the store beforehand, and by the time I'm done streaming, everything is closed. So, what do you mean?
A little bit left, right?
Oh yeah,
Time before you need to work.
the goal is in June. Obviously, you know, it varies, like when jobs get back to me and when they actually hire me, but the goal is June. So I am counting the days, unfortunately. And and I'll be back to being a wage slave, and
Yeah.
I won't be digging in my savings anymore, which I really don't want to do. But it was
I
nice
know
to get
that
a break. After
Yeah, you had a really long break.
yeah, literally, since 2010, I've been working, at least 6 days a week, sometimes 16 days straight. There were weeks where I worked like 4 doubles in a row at that one place. Like 16, you sleep for 5 hours, go back in for 16, sleep for 5 hours, go back in for 16. I've done that before. So yeah, I did not have like all the jobs I had since 2010. There was like 3. It was always weekends, nights, holidays. So I haven't like last Christmas was the first Christmas I had in like 7 years off. I don't even remember. The last one was sometime around like 2017, I think. I don't know. That is unfortunately allowed. And the benefit is really good pay for people who can't graduate college. So like people that have nothing but a high school degree can make 6 figures if they wanted to work that hard. There were older guys there making, 120,000 a year with no degree. But, they live there. They're there every day. The advantage the old guys have is they don't have to do overtime. Because it's a seniority thing. The lowest gets forced into overtime. Or the old guys can just be like, yeah, I'm leaving after my 8 hours, bye. But they make so fucking much. They can do like 2 overtimes and make a lot of money. But yeah, that's how I was able, that job is how I was able to take this break. Because I'm not a big spender, and I just had money sitting. I would buy the clothes and things that I wanted. I paid off my car in like a year and a half after buying a new car. I just had money there. But that's the money I'm using now. When I say broke, I'm not like poor broke. I'm like, I don't have income. I have Twitch, and that is it. So I don't have YouTube yet because I don't have enough on YouTube. I could not afford a Ferrari, but I can get, any car like... I probably could have gotten any car like under 70,000 and paid it off pretty quickly. But I just got a car that it makes sense. It's 4-wheel drive, it's practical. That's the word, practical. It's 4-wheel drive, it has capabilities if it gets, if it snows really bad. It's designed for off-road. It's an upgrade package for the regular version, which it wasn't a very expensive car, but it felt really good to just pay it off quickly. I'll probably never make
Toyota.
It was a Jeep Renegade.
Oh.
Yeah, so they're pretty small, but they're perfect for me. And they're very capable. I've driven it in, very deep snow and stuff. It does very well. It has multiple modes in 4-wheel drive and all kinds of stuff. Skid plates underneath. It's a little bit higher than most. Yeah. So I think its brand new price was like 30-something thousand, which isn't a lot, but that's not a big car. I have friends that are like 6 foot tall. They can barely fit in it. Jeep Renegade is actually popular in Europe because it's a smaller car. I have the small, like if I look in the parking lot outside, I have the smallest car, like lengthwise, and it's not even very tall. those are small. Of course, you can get like a smart car,
Yeah,
but I wouldn't
no.
trust people.
No, Labs is right. It is a fairly small car from what I'm seeing. I just googled it.
Yeah, Jeep Renegade is the smallest Jeep model. It's the smallest thing from that Jeep makes. It's a little bit smaller than the Wrangler, just a little bit. You'll have to send me a picture of that white. I know the brand, but I don't know specific models. Oh yeah. In a garage here, I can probably fit 1.5 of mine. I've had it in my friend's garage when we worked on the brakes, and there was so much room around it. It was great. Now, don't confuse a Jeep Renegade with the other Jeeps. The other Jeeps do get big. There's a Wrangler, this beefed up Wrangler. Then you have all the other models, like the Gladiator's big. That's the pickup one. There's Cherokee. That's like SUV.
Yep.
Those are pretty big.
That's the one a lot of us Australians know.
Yeah, it's pretty popular here
Cherokee.
too. What I don't like is they're discontinuing Renegade here, but they're continuing it in Europe. I was hoping to get an electric version when that is like a thing. But yeah, I like the little car. Has recovery hooks if I need it. Someone wants to pull me out of a hole or something. Okay, let me look.
Pull you out of a hole.
Yeah, like if it snows really bad and you end up getting stuck or something, someone can just attach onto the hook on the front or back and just drag you out. They don't have to get underneath and hook onto your frame or anything. Which you don't really want to do on 4-wheel drive anyway, because it has independent suspension and stuff. You don't want to break the arms. Oh yeah, that's a cute car. It does look kind of short, yeah. Yeah, and you have smaller streets too. Here the streets are pretty big. My car looks very small to everyone in comparison. The lanes are very wide for me. So if you took like your European cars, you know, they'd be very small compared.
It'd be like a toy car on a roller coaster.
Yeah, they just built the roads big when they started developing roads, so they built cars big. The cars used to be bigger, but now they're much more like realistic, I think.
Compact.
Yeah, like even the big SUVs, they're smaller than those old boat like Cadillacs, like the big long metal Cadillacs. Those things were huge. We call them boats.
Boats.
Yeah, because they're so friggin' big. They take up more area than an SUV does. Or an SUV is just chunky, like tall and chunky.
Yeah. Eat a lot of gas too, I believe.
Yeah. Mine's actually around town, which is really what I use it for. It's great on gas. For highway, not so great. I've had better cars that are better on the highway than that, but I just go around town. I do appointments. I get food. I go buy something. That's it. I think the last time I put fuel in my car was like January. I have like just under half a tank.
Cool.
Yeah, I just make little runs and that's it. 25th or so.
That's it, chat. That's it, chat. I like to describe myself as an SUV sometimes. I'm big, chunky, and take too much fuel.
Excellent. Yeah, then I guess my car's like me. I don't eat much. My friend Sue bugs me all the time. She's like, eat something. Okay, I had a cookie just now. It's like, no, food.
Eat another cookie.
Yeah, it's like I'll eat a meal after this, and that'll be it till tomorrow.
No, eat more now. Eat more now.
I know, that's what they say. I'm not that hungry. I don't.
Now.
I was overweight once. I don't want to be overweight again.
Oh yeah.
Yep. I was a big kid. Oh my god,
I'm a
Aussie.
big kid too.
Aussie and White make me want to move there into their attic and just hide. And then when they're not looking,
It's you
I just grab the food
Just
and retreat into my little attic. Oh my god, Aussie, why? God damn it.
Are you sure you're not in Australia right now having a barbecue?
50 miles a
You're
gallon is
not
pretty
throwing.
good.
You sure you're not throwing some shrimp on the barbie there, Aussie?
Mine is also now it's a little older, but mine's like 35 a gallon and it's a small tank. Still have that spare. Yeah, there are some hybrids I was looking at when I was buying the car. That is the average 50 miles to a gallon. I would rather have an electric when those are feasible, like when there's somewhere to charge everywhere and it fast charges within like 30 minutes to an hour, then yeah. That's when I'll get an electric and I won't have to worry about it. I drive around town anyway, and the electrics are getting better. Like they're already at like 300-mile range, and beyond. So
To infinity and beyond.
yeah. Which I guess that's like 400 something kilometers. So pretty good range now. Just waiting for them to get cheap and, practical. I'm sad that I won't get to keep a Renegade styled vehicle because I like it a lot.
Importing would cost too much, wouldn't it?
Oh yeah. I believe Europe will be getting them very soon, if not already. I would say here, it's like 80% automatic automatic transmission. Just because of traffic and stuff like that. Like usually in the country where there's not a lot of traffic, people will drive manual. Yeah, I did that when my dad was trying to teach me manual, and then my sister's like, let's go practice driving, and she had automatic, and I flipped it in neutral. I was like, oh my god, we're not going. I put it in neutral and I'm like, rum. I'm like, what's wrong with the car? It's just like, you're not shifting, idiot. But yeah, that was the last time I touched a manual. Was my dad's 86 Mustang. A very long time ago. Yeah, we drifted off topic.
Yes, we did.
Car talk. Well, welcome to mid gear. It's not top gear, but we try.
Welcome to Midgear, where there was an attempt.
Yep. This is nice, but I like this.
This is nice.
I just need cheese
But
now.
I like
Just
this.
cheese.
Cheese.
This is legally distinct gear. This is mid gear. We're pretty mid. Yeah. We end up doing this every time.
I had to stretch.
You go stretch. Do your thing. Do your thing.
Let me stretch. Yeah.
Yeah. Block of
Oh,
matured
God,
cheese
my
in the
back.
fridge on break. Oh, nice. I'm actually not a big, that's another thing I tie into my lore. Back on the allegory thing, I guess it's called. That I tie in. I don't feel like, just like Labris, I don't feel like I fit my people. Like, I don't fit the bill. I don't love cheese. I don't eat fast food all the time. I don't love guns and stuff. I'm not loud and, assertive. I feel like I don't fit, and, we'll realize that very soon when you're young. So, like, Galabras doesn't feel like she fits in with her people either, so she feels better being here helping than actually being with her people. Yeah. Yeah, I am not big on cheese. I just wanted to jump back over to lore real quick with that, but not big on cheese, and I know a lot of people here are, like, they love more and more cheese, gotta supersize everything, things like that. Like, I'm not cheese on pizza, but moderately. That's why I get extra sauce when I get pizza, because it counterbalances the cheese they usually put on there. So, yeah.
I like the ham and pineapple pizza with extra anchovies.
See, I don't really like ham either. I have had smoked ham, which is pretty good. It's muting. Oh. Eat. Yeah. I honestly, like, I feel like I could be more at home somewhere else. I just don't have the money to leave. Going to another first world country is very expensive. If I stayed at that job, I maybe in another couple of years I could have, but that job was killing me.
I know that feeling.
So now that's
My current one's killing me too.
that's where I get the permanent tiredness from, because it was rotating shifts as well. So you do 7 days of daylight shifts. Then you have 2 days off. You do 7 days of afternoon, and you have your 4-day weekend. Maybe. Then you go back into you do your 7 midnights. Then you have your 2 days off. Then you do 6 daylights. Then you have 2 days off.
That sounds like a rotating mess.
That was the rotating shifts, and that's why I was always tired. Because right before, and I managed to stream in between, but yeah, you had to plan how you were gonna sleep and how you were gonna get tired and everything. It was very stressful. Cheap and usually more fun. Yeah, probably just, like, I guess you would call them second world countries. I don't know. I've been to a third world country. I can't say I would travel there. Meaning there's no plumbing. So, yeah. If you're okay with no plumbing, no running water, That would be your visit. You know, popping a squat in a closet with a hole in the floor would be your toilet.
Yep.
Yeah. So
Not fun, by the way.
just spoiled. I like at least a minimum of, you know, of plumbing and a shower and eating, things we take for granted.
If I travel anywhere, that's the first thing I need, a proper bathroom.
Yeah,
I'm sorry, but
gotta get clean.
our lives have been spoiled. Our lives has been spoiled with the introduction of a toilet. Like, we can't live without that.
Definitely be more interesting, that would be sure. That is sure. Oh, I can't English. But yeah.
Kidding. Don't worry. I sometimes can't English too and end up going gibberish or French. I like remember that one game we were playing with Seto, like, let's go to the
Yeah. Yeah.
We went way off.
Yeah.
I
Speaking
don't even know where we're up to.
Speaking of food, that is another thing we could talk about with my lore is food isn't the greatest. Finding Earth was like, oh my god. Pizza was like this amazing concoction because I was used to ration like food, I guess. For space travel, nutrients are very important. So it's very nutrient based and not flavorful. So finding like Earth food was like, holy shit.
Okay. If we're tying food to the lore, in my case, as explorers, we try to find and add new delicacies and recipe creations to our repertoire to enrich and thrive our culture to be better. Food's one of those many ways, and
Yeah.
I just so happen to be a cook.
Nice. So many guys are cooks here.
Yeah. Like, yeah, I'm a nurse, but I also have skills in cooking
That's awesome.
as well. So I can make so many things. By far, the most easy and difficult thing at the same time for me is making macarons. Macarons?
I've never actually
I
had
keep
them.
mixing up macarons and macaroons. You know, the French cookie with the filling? Wait, you've never had that?
No.
It is just a really fancy sugar cookie with a flavored filling in the center.
So like, well, I can definitely like see myself having stuff like that. I'm actually not. It's like very
Ever had an almond cookie?
maybe.
It's that, but instead of your wheat flour as your base, that makes it like a flat hard cookie. It is egg whites with almond meal to make it like a puffy, light cookie that's got like a gooey center, and it's essentially that. Two of that sandwiched with like a usually cream filling, but I tend to be the creative one and actually make lots and lots of flavors. Like I do tea infusions, fruit purees, fruit jellies as the filling
Gotcha.
with macarons. Hence why it's one of the many skills I picked up in my explorations.
That's pretty cool.
Try to
That's
integrate
perfect. That's a good example.
food warriors and food explorers. We hunt our food. And no, we don't kill the civilized. We don't hunt the civilized. We work with the civilized. Civilizations.
Yeah.
That's the word. And then we share our knowledge with them as they share their knowledge with us.
So would you intentionally interact with humans
Yes,
as far as your lore is concerned? Yes.
I would, despite being an introvert. Or
Well,
introvert?
as far as your lore and your character is concerned, and your people, would you? Well, it's gone now.
There you go. I would interact with people.
With humans,
Yeah.
you think it's a bit risky? They're not really spacefaring yet. They're in their baby stages.
That's true. Genuinely true, but then again, interacting with any species in general is risky no matter what. Like, you'll meet some good eggs, you'll meet some bad eggs.
That's true.
How you deal with them, is up to you.
From a political and from that standpoint, interacting with them as a species, who would you, based on what you've seen, who would you want to interact with as a representative of Earth?
The local populace.
Not like any specific figure.
No, because then it'd be biased, and not only that, there's a chance that they'll try to use me for their political advantage.
Pretty wise.
I would rather speak with the populace, the general people.
Get your own
'Cause they
consensus
can
from
be at
them.
least Exactly.
I think it would be a good idea to form a relationship with them before they are too capable in space. As as aggressive as they can be, if you wait till they have more capability in in space, then it may turn into a war or something. But that's my thought.
Yeah.
So, fostering a good relationship from a lower standpoint.
In other words, tread lightly and carry a big stick.
Well, this way, you can.
What
They're
does
not
that
really
say?
in a position to do much damage. They're planet bound. If things do go badly, you just leave.
Oh yeah.
But
Also, I have magic.
over
You want
time, it can be a good relationship. Okay, we'll help you here and there, but we can't do everything for you. Stuff like that. If you get in trouble, we'll help. But it's also not something I think should be done for someone like. We shouldn't come along and give them more capability. Like, here you go. Here's the technology.
Oh yeah, no.
Like,
It's a matter of actions and consequence.
they
Gotta be careful.
for us, they would have to do it themselves. But like, say like another species comes along and attacks them, and we were friends with her, we would defend. But we would not just hand them, an FTL drive. Be like, here you go, have fun. It would be kind of like, it would be too much too fast, I think.
Oh yeah.
Especially like how the internet affected everyone. Happens so much and so fast. Everything is instant.
Yeah.
We are very,
I remember the days when internet was dial-up.
very spoiled now. Like, we are very spoiled now.
Oh yes. You've been
Everything's
spoiled
right fucking now.
today.
You can just flip and watch something else. Watch something else. Something's always happening. Can't really be bored.
No,
There's just so much.
I still get bored. I admit, I still get bored. Even if you use
Hi, hi. Welcome.
and I admit to
We
this,
cannot do that,
you
Perry. Thank you, Perry, for stopping
You
in.
didn't even give me a shit. Those stingy lions.
Yeah,
But
we can't do that.
Lore-wise, yeah.
We can't
what was I
just
gonna
give
say?
you fire, you know, like,
Fire!
and you know, in the sense that, you know, like discovering fire, for example.
Yeah.
You know, just give a caveman fire. Doing pretty good. We're just doing a lore talk, which is just usually just me rambling on about VTuber lore, OC lore. Sometimes I have someone with me. It's a nice little chat about
Yeah.
whatever, really. The focus is the lore, but we do trail off a bunch. But I'm having fun.
Yeah. We're literally talking bullshit at this point.
Pretty much.
But yeah.
How's your birthday going, Perry?
we're-
Everyone can say
Yeah,
happy
hell yeah.
birthday to Perry in chat if you want.
Happy birthday, Perry Lou. Happy birthday, Perry Lou. Happy birthday, Perry Lou. Happy birthday, Perry Lou. Wait, you played a horror mod from Minecraft? Ooh, I need more info. Okay, yeah,
Great.
this is trailing off.
Now you did it.
No. I will not add more mods as it is because I'm still struggling to back up
Yeah.
that server. At the
Please
moment.
back that up. That was a lot of work.
No.
If you
I
guys
am backing it up.
want, you can check out the VOD from yesterday, last night. I streamed Minecraft. We built more of my ship. We're getting pretty good progress out of it. Also, thank you for saying happy birthday to Perry. She's my bestie. Glad you're having a good day, Perry. We had a little surprise thing in VR chat before stream for Perry, so she's enjoying the rest of her day with her girlfriend. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's been a pretty nice day. Hopefully, you know, anyone that's bored or doesn't deal with Mother's Day, you know, you stop by and hang out. I don't know.
Speaking of board, just to go back to that topic about the internet, where you have something and you click and then look there, you won't get bored. I admit, regardless having the internet, I will still get bored because there is one thing that I fundamentally lack that we need in our lives, and that is surprisingly human interaction, regardless.
Well, hopefully,
Because as
sorry.
much as you can have the internet, no, I was just gonna say, as much as you can have the internet, we are very social creatures, regardless.
That is
We
true.
do need a bit of interaction to keep our sanity. Otherwise, we just sit there and become vegetables.
It's very true. I usually stay away from people, but it doesn't mean, you know, you don't crave that interaction. That's where, like, I hope my community comes in and, you know, like, you know, there's a lot of people that are alone in that sense, you know. Like, sure, you can connect online or whatever, but hopefully, you know, people make friends and they hang out and or find something fun to do. But yeah, that's kind of my hopes with my community, you know, aside from the Motsunight thing, which is more just to hang out, like a planned hangout with me, since I do try to schedule streams and I will have work soon. As adults, we have to schedule things. Unfortunately, it's not like school where, you know, everyone gets off off school at the same time and hangs out. We just have to try our best to find a time. And scheduling, well, it's weird. It has to be done if you want to hang out. So,
Oh yeah.
I really do treasure those times I get with you guys. Like last night I was cranky and sleepy, but especially like that Minecraft server and stuff, it's like, that's like super precious. Like the building Legos with you guys. I loved it. I had a lot of fun.
Speaking of connecting,
That's why I like VR chat.
would you? Speaking of connecting, would you ever consider one day IRL group meetups?
That has come up a few times. Right now, as of this moment, no.
Like, like in the future.
In the
Say, for
future,
example,
probably meet up at like a
for
con or
example,
something.
Yeah, like for example, next year at TwitchCon.
That way it's like, you know, I get to go to a con and I get to meet up with friends. So I will definitely have to figure out like an outfit I can cosplay myself. You guys will know me right away because I'm tall and my hair is pretty similar to this. So couldn't miss me.
And as from what you've told me multiple times, you are as pale as snow.
I am very pale because I'm inside a lot. When I had a job that I was like outdoors a lot, I tanned pretty well, but nowadays I'm very not white, but I'm just pale, you know.
Like a pasty pale. Not
Pretty close to Labras with maybe like less reddish to it, like that, those reddish areas, like less of that. Yeah.
But yeah,
I get that
something-
from my dad
but
being
something you would consider.
like I'm in the sun for like a day or two, not even like the whole day, and I just start tanning. But yeah, that would be something we could do probably next year or something. It's worth mentioning. You know, social anxiety is a thing. I have had actual anxiety attack twice now since I started VTubing. It does
If
not
you do ever consider
feel
it
good.
in the future, it'd be something.
Yeah,
It'd be something we have to plan, like just a small group hangout somewhere.
you burned.
You can,
I get that
like,
from my
if you
dad. My
can,
dad would
if
go
you-
out and work in the yard for like a few hours. He'd come back like a nice brown. I was like, what the fuck? And then I realized I had it, and I had to stop wearing like short sleeves because I'd have the farmer's tan if I did.
That's good. You guys have good melanin that absorbs
Yeah,
sunlight well.
I don't know about now, but because I've been inside for years, but yeah, usually what I do, even in the summer, I cover up my skin because I don't like the uneven tanning. I just cover up like I have a very thin, like long sleeve top to keep the sun off me. I wear leggings. Sometimes I wear a hat. Just yeah, because I feel like if I let too much get sunlight, then I'll have like that tan line, and it just looks weird. Like the stream, yes, I have a bunch of tops like that. That's a good example. That one is, it's like fitted, has thumb holes, so I can cover up to like my knuckles. Those are actually like UV tops. They will keep a lot of, you know, the sun's bad stuff off you.
Arrow.
Aro. Oh, aro.
Yo.
But yeah, I am an indoor person. I like being home. I don't like going to work or going to the store. I am a homebody. My comfort zone.
Funny enough, I'm an indoor person who likes camping.
I love camping though, yeah. 'Cause it's like your own little thing. And as far as like campsite camping, I don't do dispersed camping, but I'll go to like an established campsite. You know, they keep it clean, and there's not really, animals aren't really too relevant of an issue. Whereas like dispersed camping, you would just go out into the woods with a backpack. I would never do that. But if anyone has seen Yudu Camp, laid back camp, that's what its English name. Camping like that is what I love. It's so much fun. Comfy camping. 'Cause I went a bunch when I was younger, and I was like, they were always like, hey, you want to go hike? You want to go like do stuff? And like, I'm like, no, I just kind of want to sit here and enjoy it.
Yeah, I literally would just sit there with a cup of coffee by a
Bring
fire
a
and
book.
just like pass out till
Yeah.
just pass out. That's what I
It's
would
sleeping
do.
by the fire is so easy to do.
Yeah,
Man,
I'd honestly enjoy that.
it's so nice. Comfy camping.
Comfy camping.
There's something about it that makes it nice and interesting, or whatever you want to call it. Are there any other outdoor things you like to do? Like I used to actually snowboard and skateboard a long time ago. Like before I started all my job bullshit.
Fishing.
Fishing, awesome. That's relaxing.
It is. What else is there? Outdoor activity wise. I used to do archery a lot.
I did archery when I was younger. It was pretty fun.
Sold my gear way back though. I miss my gear.
My dad had a really nice compound bow. I wasn't even strong enough to use it. It had like a crazy amount of pull on it, or whatever they call it.
On tension?
Yeah, it would be like so many pounds of pull or something it's set to, and I would grab it and be like, "Arr!" Just, I can move the string just a little bit, and then there would be my like a regular longbow for practice for me, because I wasn't strong enough. So
The only other outdoor activity I used to do way back, I don't do it anymore, it's been years. I used to LARP.
I knew somebody used to do that. They would go to they would go to like Renaissance fairs and things. Archery. Hey.
Night night, Sharky.
All right, Sony. Night night. Have a good sleep.
Night.
Have a good sleep. Sleepy sleep.
Sleepy, sleepy, Sharky.
Sony. What is he doing?
Ah,
Wow, you flipped. Amazing.
I flipped.
Good job.
Just standing up and waving, and then suddenly flipped.
Yeah, you flipped and sat down. That was impressive.
Let me try this.
You did. It's funny because when you're going to sit down again, you fold up for like a split second.
Let's try. Ah. And I completely forgot the conversation just now.
Archery.
Oh yeah, LARPing.
LARPing, yeah.
Archery and LARPing. Yeah. I'm not gonna lie, a bit of my comedic acts over these last few months, like the stuff that I had to help you out with your events, actually originated from LARPing. Fun fact: the Father Ixalion was me playing as a cleric at one point during a LARPing event.
Oh, by the way, I think Setso said yes.
What's
I am
this I said yes about?
I'm working on a summer event, but I don't need a lot of people this time. So I have
Oh.
Setsu did say yes. I have to figure out a time. It'll probably be closer to the end of May. You know, because it's supposed to be a summer thing. So our summer here starts around the end of May.
Is this the next 2 weeks?
It will be. Let me look at Calendar Coon. It'll be the 18th or the 25th, so we're getting pretty close. Probably the 25th.
Oh, so next week.
No, it's the 11th right now.
Oh, it's the 12th for me.
Yes,
Either way,
but
it's
still 2 weeks.
if you need a hand,
Yeah,
let me know.
I have to walk
I'm
through
on
it.
vacation.
I have to walk through it and see. Figure out what I'm doing. Hopefully you guys that are, you know, if you've been in my Discord a while, then I can bring you in the VR chat group and we can do those events. Those are events to like meet up. Kind of like what we were talking about before, like we don't get to actually have that social interaction. It's a way we can all kind of hang out here, you know, get together but not together. And I try to do like just fun little hangouts. This one will have some mini games. The last one was more of just relaxing and kind of like sightseeing. For the spring one, we called Mutzben. Yeah. Like what is that holiday in Japan? It's Bon or something. Setsubun, yeah. That'd be great to have you. Arrow, you guys don't need to have VR, but it is a better experience. But it's not required. Lots of people don't use VR for it. There's even times where people with VR don't put on all their VR stuff. They just show up on desktop mode.
Yeah.
So you are welcome if you've been in my Discord for a little bit, and I will have to approve you into the group. It is closed off for a reason. it is only for people who've been in Discord for, you know, a certain amount of time, and you know, have I talked to you before at all? Things like that. There's no like parameters, but generally I want to know who I'm letting in the group because we had a bad egg one time. So, yeah. And for these lore talks, usually, I don't right now, but what we do in VR chat is I have a group in VR chat, and what that does is it lets you make an instance where anyone that has joined that group, they can come and go from that instance anytime. You don't need to invite or request an invite. Once I put the group up, or someone puts a group up, you can join it. And that's how we do those events. That way, you know, I'll be like, group is up, and you guys can just hop in when you're ready. And whatever. There should be I don't know if there would be a VOD of... I think I saved Moatspun on YouTube, but there should be a VOD.
I think you did.
If you want to see what it's like, I have some clips of my first event we did. That was
The spring event?
it was Moat City. So like Matsuri, it was supposed to be a Matsuri. It was called Moat City.
Yeah.
That was my first one in September. It was the end of summer events I did. It was very fun. There was this boat with like sakura trees going down a river. It was very cool at the end. But it was like a beach thing, and then we moved into that, and we had a restaurant that was like interactable and stuff. Yeah, like there was like hot pot, and you can cook your food and stuff. And then like at the end, we at the end, we just sat, and like that's the chance for everyone to actually like eat in real life, and we can still hang out. So that's why I picked like a restaurant at the end of these, so we can just sit, we can eat in real life, we can hang out, and bullshit for a while. Yeah, Moat City was the first one, and then I did a winter one, which it was loosely based on holidays. So yeah, we had kind of a Christmas and New Year's thing, but you don't have to celebrate those to be there. And then we did the spring one, which was Motsuban. Like Setsubun. That was the idea. Which was the coming of spring. So it was more sightseeing, like the transition from a cold, comfy cafe to spring rain and flowers blooming, and then what was the last world we were at? The restaurant, yeah. And then summer will kind of be the same format. Obviously summer themed. So we'll start out. We're gonna throw beans. We already had Motsubun, but we didn't throw beans. We should have. These are loosely based on things. I just liked the pun. They are loosely based on holidays. I don't want to make it where you have to celebrate a holiday to be a part of it. It will depend on the time. Well, these are usually on Sunday in the middle of the day for me, so like 11 or 12 for me. So hopefully people can make it from most of the world. Those are special events. Usually has a lot of planning. The last one we did, was especially. What's wrong?
Oh, no. It's just like I had a moment of motion sickness.
Take a break if you need to.
Oh no,
It's okay.
I'm good.
It
was just too much water.
But the last event we did it was so much planning, and so much went into it. I had Fia and Ixa and Pika and Setso help out as actors, and they had even Lou was there, and Lou and Setso were gate guardians at a Tori gate. It was very cool, I thought. We had Ixa and Fia and Pika as servers at a restaurant in the first world. You guys can come in, you know, take your orders. The menus worked and everything. You can take your order, they can bring it to you. They would have to prep it. It's a very fun little thing like that. Like the spring world, Fia was a fairy. She was the fairy of spring, just for that. There was this whole thing we did. Pika helped out as a support character, and you know, took us through the events, and yeah, so much. Ixa was another support character. Later on too, he was a priest or chaplain or something for spring. They did this whole ceremony. It's pretty cool, I thought. Just a fun little thing.
Oh, yes.
Just something, you know, we can get together and do. And unfortunately, I tried to make 2 events at different times, and no one showed up to the second one, so I'm not doing that again. It was a lot of time and effort, and then no one showed. So you get the one time, you get the one chance per season, and that is it, unfortunately. It's just too much. It took up time from my practices and stuff and streaming. I cut things short. I rearranged real life stuff to rehearse with them. I'm sure they did as well. But yeah, that was a message to me that the first event was enough, and the time for the second event the following week was bad timing. So we're just not gonna do that. I had to pull them even more to do that, to coordinate, and we also changed things as a bonus for people that came to the second one. So yeah. You will get the 1 event per season, and that is the only chance, unfortunately. I can't keep making different timed events, because each one takes at least a week to organize and coordinate. Then I have to cut around stuff. I even canceled an appointment last time for that second event. I had a doctor's appointment, which I shouldn't have done. So just so I can, you know, rehearse with you guys and whatever. But yeah, that's it. You get
1 event per season.
well, that's the thing. I'm trying to be better about that. Because I know my health is attached to the stream, very much so. But it is very much my priority if my only one is doing my stream. I really don't care about the job I do when I start working again. I want to be able to afford to live here and do my stream. That's all I care about. So yeah, the reason my day off changed this week is because I have a doctor's appointment. Actually I have 2, but I have to take off for this one because I have to go in, and then I have another one the following day, but I can do that before stream. But yeah, it's just important to me, this whole thing. So it might not look like it to some people, but no, I put a lot of effort into all of it. So
Yeah.
and so did they on that in that one case. So I was more. I felt guilty for dragging you guys into that. And I cut out time you had. That's why I was upset. I'm still sorry.
Abby, don't be. It was still fun, the fact that we got to do it. We had fun just hanging out as well. So if anything, appreciate the fact that you did that.
I just would be your head.
Yeah, I know. This is my only way that I can give you a head pat. The only way I can give you head pats.
Yeah, I didn't care about anyone, like if anyone watched the stream, I didn't care about viewers or anything. It was more of recording the event. And I cared about was, you know, I felt bad
More than anything,
because I took time from you guys and it turned into nothing.
oh no, if anything, we would have just kept going and just ad-libbed like as if we were just doing a TV show or something. We would have just kept going.
I don't know.
So
It was.
either way, we all had fun. We all had fun.
I was
in the end.
emotional because everything we've done to get it to pull it together, and I was just like, fuck it, you know.
Either way, there was a big takeaway from this. You've learned from it.
Yeah.
And my big takeaway from it is events like these should be condensed to that one moment.
Yeah.
Like it has more impact
That's true.
as a one-off kind of thing. Either way,
Yeah.
I'd say it was fun. It brought all of us a little bit closer in a way.
Yeah, the first one was great.
Yeah. Like, sure, the second
Thank
one
you,
didn't happen,
guys.
but to hang out afterwards actually helped. It brought me a lot closer to Pika and Luna and Lala. Actually, it was right after that me and Lala and Pika started collabing.
Which is, you know, that's kind of the goal for my
That was a
community
big
things
takeaway.
is for people to meet, you know, meeting people they vibe with, not
Oh yeah.
being alone, you know. So, thank you guys, you know, for always supporting and helping, and sometimes I do get in in my mode where very hyper focused on what I want to do, and I think sometimes that can come off as being rude. So if it did, then I'm sorry.
Well, the next time that happens, I'll call you out on it.
Thank you.
Okay? I'll call you out on it next time.
The mirror pat.
It's the only way that works.
I know.
But yeah.
But yeah.
That's what a friend does. Have to call you out on moments as well.
I can't fix behavior I don't know or don't realize is happening. And for me,
We need a
it's,
friend to correct ourselves.
yeah, having friends has been really nice.
Yeah. Next time something like that happens, I'll call you out and correct you.
Yeah, just DM me
If
and
I have to.
tell me. Perry, if you're still here, Perry can tell you she has pulled me into a call more than once to lecture me. 'Cause I get those blinders on and I don't see anything but what I'm trying to do.
Yeah. You get tunnel vision real easily.
So it's very hard for me to see everything going around. Thank you. This is really honestly the first time I've ever focusing on a goal. It's the first time I've like wanted something, planned for it, and went after it, and it actually happened. So it's a first in life experiences for me. But keeping keeping to it is hard sometimes, but there are definitely times, you know, you wanna just stop. Fighting through that feeling is hard, but
It takes a lot.
usually I found friends can help with that.
Definitely.
And then they smack some sense into you through words, and you're like, yeah, what am I thinking? Like, I know a lot of that shit in my head isn't true. Like Robbie told me one time, he's like, get the hell out of your head. And it was that simple. I was like, yeah, you're right. Fuck am I doing? But yeah, I guess that technically ties into lore, because that has kind of been a thing for Lapras as well. Meeting Paraloon and then more people has kind of done that too, where Lapras is at the beginning, you know, doesn't care to interact with people, doesn't wants to do everything on her own. Doesn't think she needs those connections, but in a similar way it happened to me, so that is also,
You're wrong.
yeah, that is also another allegory piece. So
Yeah. Perfect example. Bohai here met Senpai. Which is funny, considering you're the older one, I'm the younger one. I'm Senpai.
well, what all that means is experience. So like
That's true.
yeah, Mido's younger than me, but she is my artist senpai. As far as streaming goes, you're like everyone's senpai here. 14
Yes.
years, you can't really, that's hard to compete with.
Yeah, that's true.
Regardless of how old I am. Like, it's like, you know, teaching computer stuff to an older person, you are technically, you know, in that field. You know, you have that experience. At least that's the context we've used it, based on what I've seen of VTubers. So, there are Hololive girls who are older, closer to my age, who call younger girls that are like 22 their senpai.
Senpai.
So,
Okay, Furia.
are you sure?
Sure about that? Sure about that, Furia?
Ixa knows my actual age. I forgot I told
I
you.
do know. Yeah, and you know my actual age too, so.
Yeah.
That's the both of us. Oh!
Granny Ixa.
Granny!
Ixa.
Granny! First it was Papa, Daddy, and now it's Granny.
Granny. Interesting. White. Granny Ixa. That is.
Come here,
That is-
child.
That is eerily close. Wait.
Very close.
When's your birthday?
Carolyn, my child, come here. I shall give you a candy. Here you go, child. Now let me tell you a story about my youth. Back when the days we had radios and dial-up internet,
Okay.
where we had to wait in line for the bank, and when cars were not
Oh
electric.
my god. Oh my god, remember mail in Netflix. Shit.
Remember the days of AOL? And when Netflix used to be a DVD service that had to be mailed back after a week? And when
Remember-
Blockbuster was a thing?
Remember when shipping would take like weeks? Like, oh my god, a whole month,
Oh,
that's
yes.
not long.
Oh yes.
Let me see.
That's how old. That's how old our age is showing. Actually, the fact that we know those things.
Hold on.
Back in my day, we used to listen on a Walkman and cassette player. I'm not gonna lie, I do miss cassette players. There was a kind of feel of music that you just kind of.
It was kind of nice how like you can just record whatever you heard. My friend used to do that. She would make cassettes and then CDs by using take your time, wait.
Yeah.
There you go. Close. Dude. But yeah, she used to make cassettes and CDs just off recording music playing. It was so ghetto.
Now there's like a certain sound you can only get like with cassettes and CDs that you don't hear nowadays. Actually, funny enough, there's a specific sound I like that I've been trying to replicate with voice mod, and that is, you know, those old telephone voices that has that slight, I wouldn't say static, but it just fits really well with lo-fi.
Yeah, I know what you mean. It's like a noise. Yeah. It's like a white
that,
noise or something.
Like when like as if you were singing through an old phone.
I know what you
I
mean.
love that.
It's almost like a crackling,
that-
like a record almost.
Yeah,
There was-
that's the kind
There
of
was
sound
some
I
you got
really
off
like.
of
That just,
bad tape on a cassette, yeah.
yeah, that sound that just really hits for some reason. Just
Yeah.
like at my
It's really cool seeing interest in those things like nowadays, and they're like
yeah.
retro wave and stuff. I think that's really cool.
Yeah. So I admit to this as part of my lore. I am an audiophile. Is that the right word?
Audiophile would be like you're a huge nerd about every little piece of the audio you're listening to. Like, oh yeah, that gain is way off. I don't like that.
Okay.
That
No. Okay. Maybe that's not correct. I have a really particular taste when it comes to music and just like
Yeah.
it. I'm not a big nerd.
audiophile would be like in comparative like I think they call them frame rate junkies or something. Like they have to have a higher frame rate and a certain resolution, and they can tell you everything about how the picture's ghosting or whatever little fucking thing. That would be like the visual.
Mm, what would be the correct term? I'm not an audio maniac.
Mm,
I wouldn't know how to describe it.
what was the explanation?
There's
You like
just there's just like when it comes to audio, sounds, music, I am very particular in some things, but like I'm not
so you have
not crazy.
you have like niche tastes.
Yeah, okay,
Yeah,
that makes sense.
That's
Yeah,
totally fine.
I have a niche when it comes to music. Otherwise, I can listen to any music.
I like I end up finding songs from like almost every genre. I can listen to metal 1 minute and then listen to lo-fi. I can listen to like J-pop. And I can listen to rap. It just depends. Like if it hits me right at that time.
There is one thing I refuse to listen to. Well, actually, two things. Two things I refuse to listen to. Seabat
Huh?
and Ram Ranch.
I don't know either of those.
I will, for the safety of you of your stream, I will just DM it to you later.
Yeah,
And
that would be better.
prepare yourself. Just prepare yourself. You will regret it. I'm just letting you know now.
Oh god. Is it like Blood on a Dance Floor or something, or?
Oh, no, Michael Jackson's Blood on the Dance Floor is great. I love that.
No, I'm talking about
No.
the group. Is that what they were called? Blood on the Dance Floor? I forget. Panic at the Disco. Blood on the Dance Floor? What? I have to Google this.
Is it Good Charlotte?
No,
Green
no.
Day?
It's a band.
Now you got me curious. Panic at the Disco? No.
No. Oh my god. I can't fucking type
What?
in VR.
What's it called? Blood on the Dance Floor?
Dude, I cannot fucking type. What the hell? Blood on the dance floor.
It's a
They
band. Blood on the
American
Dance Floor.
electronic music group from Orlando, Florida, formed in 2006. Yeah. They are very
Crunkcore?
what?
Oh no, I went to their wiki page and like that's apparently one of their
Yes,
genres.
I agree, Arrow. No.
Electronica, electropop,
It's
dance
blood.
pop, and
Yeah, Blood on the Dance Floor, they span a few genres and they are very for the most part they're emo. But yeah. It's just a lot of the songs are very like out there. That's why I said that. I like the one song, it's like a witch something, or it was pretty cool back in the day.
well, that's an interesting read.
Yeah, they're hard to pin into a genre, but I would say they look emo. Blood on the Dance Floor.
Yeah.
A lot of electronic,
that's
interesting.
Crunkcore, electropop.
Yeah, a lot of electro.
I don't know how to describe the two songs that I'm gonna send you later. It's just cursed. That's all I will say. It's cursed. That's all I
That's
will
okay.
ever say and mention.
That's okay. One song I am hooked on though, right now, I found is it's what was it? Hoshino Hikari. It's a Dova Syndrome song I posted in music. Yeah, it's in music.
Ah.
I am gonna use it in a video. I'm still putting the video together, but it was gonna be something I was trying to do, like a BRB scene, a new BRB scene, and I came up with this whole different vibe, but I might still use it just because it's really cool. It's almost like a music video vibe. But I'm still learning how to do video effects for it because I'm not a video editor. But I have an idea what I want to do for it. Be very simple, nothing crazy, but the song is just so good. I played it on stream yesterday, the day before. But it's Dova Syndrome, so it's free to use. You don't have to worry about copyright. But it just sounded like it suited me so well. Had like that spacey sound. Very good.
If you need help with video editing, I might be helpful to help with that direction. I do know a bit.
If I get stuck, I will let you know.
Yeah. Now, speaking of music that I've been stuck on, funny enough, one of the songs that I sang during karaoke, the Motsu karaoke, I've had in my head repeatedly over and over and over.
Which one?
That Japanese song that I sang, Sakura Taisen.
I might not know it.
Hold on, I'm gonna just grab. It goes. Let me see if I remember the lyrics. I literally read the spots. I read it on the spot. Let's see. Hashire kosoku no teikoku dake nu unare shogeki no teikoku kageki dan. I've just had that over and over in my head. It's a old song because it's from a retro game.
My music taste is all over the place, so I don't know.
Well, that and
No, I was talking to Arrow.
that song. I'm just not thinking as well. There is another one that's been stuck on my head. Arrow, you guys probably listen to more Japanese songs than I do. True.
I can't say that because I'm not like while I did sing those songs, those are more like songs that I know well and are special to me. I don't know a whole lot, I think. Yeah, he was a choir boy, so he has some background.
Okay. Yeah. Just, I guess you're gonna have questions about that and how that came to be.
But yeah, I think maybe like 40 or 50% of my music is from Japan. Maybe 40. Still have a lot of music from like all over the world. There is it's a few foreign bands here and there. A lot of the modern day stuff here in my country I don't really care for, so I usually search overseas. So it can be it could be a band from UK or a French metal band. It really just depends if I like them or not. I don't really look into the people behind them a whole lot unless I really like most of their stuff. Like Love Bites, they're from Japan, but they do all their lyrics in English. They're power metal, and I love probably almost all their songs, so I look into them, and they're just
If you like Love Bites,
So cool.
lads, if you like Love Bites, if you love them, I think you'll like this artist. Same from Japan, Hyde. Ever heard of Hyde?
Hyde.
Yeah. So
Don't think so.
Hyde is. Have you heard of the band La Arc-en-Ciel?
No, Arrow. I mean, Love Bites the band.
Yeah.
They're not huge. Even in Japan, they're not huge because they're power metal. But they're incredibly skilled. What were you saying, Ixa?
I was gonna say, if you like Love Bite, there is an artist in Japan that you may like as well. He's called Hyde. He is. He actually has a band called La Arc-en-Ciel, but he decided to do some solo work, and a lot of his songs are like rock, power metal, and they're really good. One of the songs that I'm extremely obsessed. Actually, I'll DM it to you now because it's a really amazing song. Because he does both Japanese and English. And he's really popular as well.
As far as popular artists in Japan, I think most people would know Ryul. I like her music. I like Polka Dot Stingray. I actually found them outside of anime, just because of Spotify recommendations when I was listening to was like some Dova syndrome stuff, and it kept popping things up like Love Bites and Bandmade. I know Bandmade. Baby Metal. Eventually I found Baby Metal from a friend.
I found Baby Metal through Ladybeard.
Ladybeard. I know Ladybeard from what's the other metal band Ladybeard was in? Fuck, I forget.
He was part of Baby Metal for a short bit, but that was like.
Yeah, and she was in another band. Okay, wait. Have a good sleep. Hopefully work is good to you. Thanks for hanging out.
Tata Fury.
But yeah,
I'm trying to remember what it was.
I love symphonic power metal. Like, that's Love Bites' main thing, but Love Bites has a lot of inspiration from older bands, like Judas Priest, and Metallica, and Iron Maiden. All kinds of different older. Guilty Gear is good music.
Stuff, yeah.
I haven't even seen Guilty Gear or played the games. I know the music. Not well, but I know it. Someday I'll have a nice singing voice. Like Ixa and Via.
Oh, it takes practice.
Yeah. That's hard.
I got into quad, so yeah, just to build on more from that.
I have no background.
You have no background. My background, funny enough, I didn't get into singing until the end of the last year of my high school. Final year of high school.
That's
when I
that's
only
still your
started
growing
singing
years, so
properly.
that's really good.
Yeah. But like, well, funny enough, I didn't even do it for long after during my high school. It was like maybe once every. It was literally once every 2 months.
Did you
back in
have
high school.
like proper lessons?
No, that's the
Ah.
funny thing. Apparently, according to my teachers back then, I guess I was just natural.
I
Like,
just
I
had a
knew the
knack for it,
basics of
yeah.
Yeah, I had a knack for it. And then eventually, after high school, I had like a good year or two stint where I wasn't working, didn't go to college. Ended up joining a youth group, and well, ended up joining their church choir there, and I did that for like a couple years, and
Yeah.
that's where most of my craft came from.
Kami too. Like Kami isn't necessarily like a singer, but his family, they all sing for fun. They go to karaoke nights together and stuff, and it's crazy. Like, and he doesn't consider it like anything special, but you guys have heard Kami. It's fucking amazing. That is like, man, it's incredible. He's like, God, I wish I could sing like you guys.
Yeah, it takes practice. I admit that.
A lot, especially if you don't have a knack
Like,
for it.
Yeah, like learning scales and keys and tones. It takes a while.
Control. I have like no control. There are random times where I'll record myself doing some highs, and they're mostly terrible. I've had a couple good recordings like, man, that's great, but I have no fucking idea how I did that, so I can't reproduce it. But
Probably the most important lesson you'll ever learn is to breathe.
yeah,
Yeah, it comes. Breathing is second nature, but there's like
learning
there are moments where you need to breathe.
like when to breathe is important.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and like when to breathe in order to hit those
Yep.
really loud or high notes.
and when to like shift and change your attack on like the next sentence or whatever. Those are things I'm realizing now. Like, and it's hard to do.
And probably the most important one that I learned over the years is pronunciation. You don't sing as you speak, like what we're doing
Yeah.
right now. Apparently, it's supposed to be with a nasally voice like this. I may be speaking with a nasally voice right now, but apparently
I heard you should be closing your
Yeah.
nose, but I never tried.
yeah.
You know,
apparently that's how
Like
we're
this,
supposed
so
to
you
sing.
like capture the sound.
Yeah, apparently that brings out the pronunciation
Ah.
better.
I'll have to practice
And
that.
funny enough, because I learned to do that, I managed to learn how to do the Wingardium Leviosa.
It's-
Leviosa.
Guilty Gear is a fighting game, right?
It is.
I will have to watch someone because I cannot. You guys don't want to watch me play a fighting game. Trust me. I suck
Who knows? You might.
and I rage. It doesn't go well. I can't grasp fighting games. The only game I was moderately good at fighting games was Smash Brothers.
Yeah, because you got. Careful what you say.
It was
Careful what you say.
simple.
Wait, original Smash Brothers?
The OG from 64.
Yeah.
I was decent. I never said I was good. I could actually like fight off someone and survive, whereas like actual fighting games, like I tried the Hololive one, and there was another one, like one of the Street Fighters or Tekken or something, and it's literally just me getting beat up the whole time. And I could sit there for hours and practice the combos in practice mode. Like, okay, that's what I'm gonna do. And then I get in front of someone and I panic and I just hit all the buttons.
Yeah, no, I get that.
I can't keep my head enough to play a fighting game.
I just played the fighting game for story mode too.
The story
I
watch
agree
party
with
would be
you.
fun. Yeah, we could do that. I hear the story, like the lore in Guilty Gear is really good.
Oh yeah, no, it is. It is literally top tier levels of VTuber
That's what I
animated.
think Kumi was telling me about it. Yeah, Kumi knows a lot about that and a lot about the lore behind League of Legends, which Kumi always tells me, don't play a League, just enjoy the lore and the music videos and stuff.
Yeah,
I never planned on playing because I'm not real into MOBAs. The only MOBA I liked was shut down. And so
Which one?
Paragon. Epic made a MOBA.
Oh.
It was fun. I liked most of the characters and how they played. I was like, finally, a MOBA I can get into. And then you're like, we're done. And then I just didn't use Epic forever and I got rid of the launcher. Cause I had got an Epic account like way back when Fortnite was supposed to be a co-op game. I was like, that sounds really cool. Co-op, building, shooting. Super fun. And then you're like, yeah, but now you gotta pay and for the co-op and now it's PvP.
Funny you mentioned Fortnite.
And it's like, well,
Funny you mentioned that.
Guilty Gear Strive?
backed up Fortnite. I backed up Fortnite when it was a different game altogether before what it became.
It was
It was supposed to be a builder.
Yeah.
It was a builder co-op.
That's what I just said.
I backed that shit up. And that's how I originally got the launcher too. But then when they suddenly changed the game, I'm like,
Yeah, I was like,
I actually contacted them directly. Like, this isn't the game I backed up for. I want my money back. This is not what I backed up for.
yeah, it was supposed
If I
to
don't get my
be.
money back, I'm calling my lawyers.
It was supposed to be a free-to-play co-op building shooter.
Yeah, it was like a tower defense.
Yeah, and they changed everything. I'm like, and then they're like, well, now you gotta buy the co-op if you want to play the co-op. It's like, well, I'm not gonna play the fucking PvP because I tried it and I just get murdered all the time.
Yeah.
I just don't enjoy competitive because, you know, for me there's no fun in just respawning all the time, and I don't have the time to practice to get good. Takes a lot of practice for me to get good at things.
I will say, it also reminds me of one of the games I did temporarily back, but it's completely shut down. It shut down years ago. You know the anime Ghost in the Shell?
Yeah, I haven't seen it, but I know it well.
They had an Overwatch style game on
Oh
Steam.
wow.
I played the hell out of that. That was so much fun.
The only game I had fun with was it Battleborn? Because I had Overwatch and I was like, man, I wish I just had co-op with this, and that was Battleborn. Battleborn was
Didn't they get shut down too?
yeah, it just wasn't popular enough. PvP is very attractive, so most people get that.
I like the co-ops better.
I have like a battery for PvP. It's about an hour, and then I'm bored. Like, oh, that was fun respawning and letting my teammates down for an hour. I'm gonna go do something else.
Yeah. Oh boy. God.
It's,
Now, what were we on about again? We've completely gone off.
it's
topic.
okay. It always happens.
Yeah, I've just realized
we
that.
do like an hour
Yeah.
or so, sometimes two, of actual lore, and then we veer off course. So it's totally
Oh
fine.
yes.
This is supposed to be kind of like a talk show thing, so
Yeah, just getting
the focus
just
is
chatting, getting to know.
it's lore, but it's totally fine to talk about other stuff. You can't. It's hard unless you have like a book written to talk for 3 hours about lore.
Oh god, no.
Um,
I won't even read my book, even if I...
Yeah, like
Grab
Rain. Rain is a writer. I could talk to him
Oh yeah.
the whole stream about this stuff. Just because he has the material and he's thought about things. I am almost to that point. I can probably go about a couple hours on my stuff alone. Same with
Rain can go years.
Perry can go for a long time. She can just keep talking about new ideas and stuff. She has a very
Rain,
creative mind.
I've seen the stuff Rain posts on the Discord. That's like...
He's organized. It's just very detailed. Yeah. That,
It is ridiculous.
yeah, that's one thing that stuck out to me when, so a little over a year ago, right before I debuted, I was like, it was like January, and I was still afraid to start streaming, and I was still planning, and I ended up having trouble getting my things working on YouTube, like the overlays and stuff. They would work for one test stream, they would not work for the next one. I'm like, I can't have this on a stream. And there was just no reason why, and I even had a friend that was a coder look at it and like, yeah, everything's right, I don't know why. So I started looking into Twitch, and that's when I found I was looking into like Reddit and stuff just to see what like other VTubers that were small were doing. And Rain and Sky had posted there like, hey, my debut or whatever. And I had checked them out, and one thing that stuck out about Sky is he's just generally fun. Just has a weird magic. Like, he's just fun to be around. Rain had that very like organized, like professional feel. So those were things that stuck out about them, and I found them on their debuts, and I watched Rain, I was like, yeah, you know, the more I heard about his lore stuff, I was like, oh, this is like the kind of stuff I wish I can organize in my head. But yeah, he is very good at that stuff. He is a writer. That's his thing. There are so many great PvE story modes in.
Like
Oh
Titanfall
yeah,
2.
I play a lot of Frontier Defense. No. I didn't take it like that. Just that it always comes down to that, like, hey, someone's like, hey, you want to play Overwatch? Like, they come, like, they ask me to collab. You want to play a PvP game? I'm like, it's not gonna go well. I actually tried once.
You did.
Once, with Mochi. I tried Overwatch with Mochi and Rumi, and I just felt terrible the whole time because they were playing, they're having fun, they're bullshitting, and I'm just respawning. I'm like, yep. Yeah. Like, yeah, I'm fine. I'm like, yeah. Okay.
Having fun.
I'm just respawning. They're like, it's okay. I got one good play where I got lucky and I killed someone, but I don't know, it's intense. Especially the games that like they trigger adrenaline. I hate how that feels. It's very uncomfortable for me. I don't know why. But
It leaves you at an agitated state.
agitated, uncomfortable, I'm just like, this is gross and I want to get out of here. Like, it's so uncomfortable. It's like, I don't know.
I know the feeling.
But
Genuinely know the feeling.
I'm just explaining why I don't really care for PvP. I don't hate the genre, like games in PvP. It's not my thing.
Yeah.
I will play with you for like an hour and then I'm good. So if I keep playing, I'll just get really angry. Fuck this fucking shit. Grr.
Fucking bullshit.
Fucking bullshit.
Bullshit.
Fucking bullshit. Fucking bullshit.
Oh, shit. That song.
Thank you, Aro.
Yeah,
Arigato.
I will find new songs.
Yeah.
I know you're not into PvP, though, so
So-
don't worry. I'm not gonna recommend it.
Yeah, it's and like another thing that's not like I'm not real into is like Dark Souls games, like super hard types of games. When games
yeah.
get that hard, I just get bored.
Souls like, yeah.
Yeah, like I tried Elden Ring. Wasn't as hard as my experience with Souls. What was it? Dark Souls 3, I think
Dark
I played.
Souls.
That was harder than Elden Ring, yeah, but Elden Ring was still like difficult enough to the point where it was just like I want to feel like I am getting somewhere, not just getting beat down the same enemy and then, you know, go a couple meters and then get beat down by that enemy for a few hours. Like that's not fun to me. And getting good at it doesn't feel good to me. Like I don't know. It's like, yeah, I finally beat that boss, but I know the next beatdown is coming, and it's just like I could be playing like Minecraft or whatever.
Hello Kitty Island
I could,
Adventure.
yeah, exactly. I could be playing something that I'm relaxed and having fun. It really doesn't take much for me.
Yeah.
I don't need a whole lot to be happy. I can just put stuff together in Minecraft and put music on and I'm happy. I don't need a complex combat system. I don't need deep stories or difficult combat. Which is pretty it's contrasted to like what I used to do was like I used to only play FPS and games like that. Somewhere like 10 years ago, I just started playing like different kinds of games. And I stopped playing shooters all the time. And I was like, man, this is great. Like, I'm not stressed out. I don't feel bad because I finished on a bad match or something. Like, I feel, relaxed and I feel like I had a good time.
Everyone's got a preference for a game.
Oh, yeah, I just like to explain that because I think the expectation is that I'll play Valorant or something as a VTuber, like Overwatch, Valorant, Apex or something, and then like you won't really see that from me. I want to have fun, and I think if I'm not having fun, then people watching will not have fun. So
Yeah, that's true. Definitely true.
that is that comes from Botan.
Oi!
Boy.
Oi! Oi! That being said, we've been live for 3 hours.
That is true.
You need to take a quick break? Or
See, I think
do you have any other plans apart from Lore Talk?
yeah, I was gonna watch something with Rain. Actually, I think it's 9 p.m. his time, so probably real soon. Yeah, sorry, stream got pushed back a couple hours today. I would have streamed a little longer, but I wanted to do the birthday thing for Perry, and that was the time that everything kind of came together. So I had to push this back for that. Tomorrow I will be streaming a little longer. Let me see what we have tomorrow.
Your stream for tomorrow is Black Mesa.
Oh, right. We'll continue Black Mesa tomorrow. It should be the end. I'm at Zen, which is the final area. And then we'll play something else. Probably, I don't even know. Might even move on to like Half-Life. Half-Life 2. I'll figure out if I'm gonna use the VR mod or not. But thanks for hanging out, everyone.
Yeah.
It's nice to do lore talk again. I like these more laid back things. It's more my vibe.
It was fun chatting.
Yeah, and thank you for coming. Especially getting up early for the Perry thing.
You saw how miserable I was.
He was laying on the couch at the birthday party thing in VR chat. But yeah, I will try to do more lore talks, probably every 3 weeks, and I don't know if that's gonna stick because I do have to start working soon, and I don't know what that's gonna be like. So,
Oh yeah.
But yeah, do look forward
And it
to.
might be a
Sorry.
I was gonna say it might not just be me every now and then. It'll be a guest,
Yeah.
different guest every now and then,
Yeah.
due to my availability. Same goes with Perry.
Yeah, Perry's been very busy, so she hasn't been able to join me on these. I'll try to get other people. Maybe Rain will sit with me. I don't know. But yeah, in a couple weeks, we have the summer event for my Discord community people. So, look forward to that. Hopefully you guys enjoy it. Have fun. Yeah. Lazy Sunday, I guess. Not a whole lot of streaming. The last couple days for streaming have been like amazing. I did the hand cam thing I was afraid to do. I did it.
We need more IRL streams.
I was getting like almost sick before I started stream. But that's another thing I got through, just like my concert and singing and everything. That was a lot of fun. And then the fun little fluke that I had, I think it was Friday art stream. It was literally like my best stream ever when it comes to numbers, which I only looked at because of a notification.
Yeah, you got rated.
I got rated a lot. There was
Oh yeah.
the peak point, the max viewer count was 93. I have never.
Oh yeah. That...
Yeah. And then the average was like 35. It was insane. I won't see that in a long time, so I took a picture of it. But it was a fun little fluke. I never thought I would have that many people looking at me at one time, even if it was just for an instant, and they left. It was still cool. But yeah, had a good couple days. That really, I saw that when I opened the email from Streamlabs, and I saw that, and it took me to my Twitch analytics, and I was like, I just
like,
stared at it. I'm like, wait,
Oh my god.
this is all wrong.
Like, nani the fuck?
Nani the fuck. But yeah, so that like, I've been like especially tired because like mentally I'm just like, oh no, don't think about that stuff, and because I have, you know, I have all that turned off. I don't look at it. I don't go out of my way to look at it. Like I have no idea how many are watching right now. I never do. Because I found that really fucks with my head. And it's not about the numbers. It's about like people coming back. So
Yeah, it's definitely never about the numbers. It's the people you connect with.
yeah, I want a good little community. People can feel comfy. All that stuff. So all that stuff I've talked about before. But yeah. I think not this week, but next week I will probably do a long stream like I'm thinking at least 20 hours.
Oh,
Just
20 hours of what?
I'm still planning, and I still have to plan the summer event. So that will be hopefully a time where like people from different time zones will come in and whatever. That means there will be breaks, and I'll be doing different
If
things.
this is happening next week, I'm on vacation, so I can
Yeah.
see you for the whole 20 hours.
Nice. The goal is 20. If I still feel good, I will keep going. I think there will be a certain point where I will sleep and then I'll come back to it. But I'm not gonna do like a sleeping on stream type of thing. I don't want my computer running when I'm not at the computer. That's just me.
Please don't. It
It's
gets too warm too quick.
not just that, it's just I don't know. It feels like everything, every piece of technology has a lifespan, and if you leave it on, you're eating up that lifespan.
Oh yeah.
So it's like running your
In my
car
case,
when you're not in the car. You're just, it's wear and tear on the engine. It's gas, you know. Just wasteful. Oh man, my voice is
For
rough.
me.
Ugh.
for me, if I leave a computer on all night, it's always like always feel like somebody's watching me, and I have no privacy.
Oh.
Oh, I always feel like
somebody's
somebody's watching me, and I have no privacy. Exactly like that.
All right,
Damn it,
guys.
I broke my own curse. I broke out into song.
Nice. Yeah. Okay. I'll shut it down now. Everyone. Otsumatsu.
Bye bye.
Otsumatsu. Have a good rest of your Sunday or Monday, wherever you are. And then I will see you soon. Get up. Get over here. Bye. Otsumatsu.
Bye bye.
Exit, that's your. Like.
Wait.